One thing when you're young or teenager is that it's really easy to feel an outsider. This is like what my problem was. And the most important problem with that is that you don't even know why you're an outsider. You feel like an alien, you feel like a bit strange, like a stranger. And you feel like this will remain whole your life.
When you are gay and in high school especially, you are the strange one in the class. You are always hanging out with, and most of the time you're always hanging out with the girls, and but you don't see them as like sexually attractive, and the guys think that you are strange and you are different.
When I was in school, when I was really young, I was considered to be a really pretty child, so I was cast in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs as Snow White. Now, the Seven Dwarfs who used to look after me in the fairy tale turned into my biggest enemies while I was in school. And by and large, I became a really depressed kid, and I had to change schools because I just couldn't take it anymore.
I come from a really close-knit family with 2 older sisters and a younger brother. And when I was in 8th grade, I was approached by my 2 older sisters who I'd always looked up to and admired. And they came to me with a statistic, and they said, "Emily, 1 in 3 women is a lesbian. We're not lesbians, so you must be." I remember crying for days and days straight. I thought it was the biggest deal in the world and that everyone would hate me, not understanding at the time that it's that simple.
So here I was sitting at a dinner table at my home, and my palms sweating just like now, and trying to come out to my parents. And my dad was having dinner with a huge knife in his hand, so I was pretty much, you know, shitting my pants and looking forward to the reaction. But in the end, it was totally fine. They really embraced me for who I was, and they still love me as their son.
When I was a teenager, I was reading statistics on how many gay people there are, but actually in reality, nobody around me ever dared to come out, because I guess everyone was scared. Then, for the first 2 years of my college, nobody ever did either. Until one day, one guy had the bravery to do so, and others followed. They formed a gay-straight alliance club in my university, and guess what? Straight people also joined it.
It wasn't so much my sexuality which needed to come to my forefront, but my entire personality, which had been immensely subdued because of all the bullying that I had faced in school. However, when I got into college, things kind of changed a lot around me, because all of a sudden I was no longer in a protected environment. So I decided to defend my sexuality a little more, and it worked.
Then at a certain point, I started having the friends for whom all of this would be acceptable, and who would share it, and to whom I would share my interests. So over time I felt more recognized, loved, and supported.
But of course the most difficult thing was to talk to my parents. And I talked to them once, I talked to my mom, and she told me that it's curable, and she brought me to a doctor. And the doctor told me it's curable, and she prescribed me medicine.
The word can be really oppressive when you are in this environment of either college or high school, or you are in religious family, everyone telling you that God hates you or anything like that. And it's not true that you are strange and you should change and you should be cured or anything like that. You are wonderful, and you're gonna realize sooner or later that your life can be really, really amazing.
In our region, I'm Hungarian, but also in many places in the world, this is the ultimate challenge, to assume who you are and to actually be ready to do it. It's really difficult, and you know, I'm not here to rush you. You take your own time, just like I did. But it's important that you find people who you can talk to and who can help you understand that this is not your individual struggle. This is something that a lot of us share, and a lot of us can help you and are here to help you.
You have to try to talk to your parents, to your friends, to talk to your professors, to talk to whoever you can trust. Find local LGBT NGO.
If you can come out, it is good for you. If you think it is going to hurt you by coming out, don't. But if you think it is going to hurt you by remaining in the closet, It is a very poisonous space to be in. So just come out and be yourself and don't be afraid about it.
I can tell you that if you search for it, you will find, and if you search for it and if you give love and support and tolerance and acknowledgement, you will get love back.
You will just stand much more firmly on the ground with your 2 feet, because you finally say it out loud. I'm gay, or I'm a lesbian.
But you always have people who are there to support you and who love you. And just remember, it will get better.
In Brazil, we don't say it's get better, we say like vai melhorar.
Whatever is happening, все будет хорошо.
हर समस्या का हल होता है और सब कुछ बेहतर हो जाएगा.
Ela peruca é sobre sketches.
You're blessed, Shoka, you're blessed.
It gets better.
My life is made out tonight, and I don't wanna wake up tonight, 'cause I'm living my dreams tonight.